to the waves, floating like the sonar in the sea, feeling as wild as light, as free, floating like the sonar in the sea. Do you want me? Do you want me to believe in you? Just no matter I do. Do you want me? Do you want me to believe in you? Just no matter I do.
I'm alive. Welcome back for another deadline stream, everybody. Just 3 game weeks to go. How are we feeling? I got a question. How would you feel if the season ended now with your current rank or where you are placed in your mini leagues? Would you be happy with that, or are you still working to make some ground up before the season ends? Interested to know how everyone's doing. Good to see a good turnout to the stream already. I hope you enjoyed the wee intro for those that were here as soon as we went live. I've been messing around with stream intros, and yeah, I don't know how I ended up coming up with that one, but yeah, anyway. Thought I'd mix that with the content. Obviously, if you watched the team selection video this week, I redid the intro, or the whole thing actually, so yeah, trying to keep the content fresh and exciting and new. So welcome to the stream, British, Otto Ferdinand, Lavulio, Kurt, Aiden, VHID, Adam in the chat. Adam's 2K, you're smashing it, Adam. What happened to the Adam that I used to know that would perma-captain Aguero even if he was ruled out? Apollo, Guy Forster, Luca, Josh, Delia, Ash. Welcome all to the stream. I think I saw Timothy somewhere up there as well. Welcome all. Welcome to all the members. Good to be back for another deadline stream. Friday deadline. Is it the last Friday deadline of the season? I think so, right? Next weekend's a Saturday. Yeah, Saturday next weekend. And then it's obviously Sunday. You got tickets? Yeah, I did. I'm also buzzing because I've managed to get my hands on some Arsenal tickets for tomorrow, so I'm buzzing for that. But last time I went, it actually went horribly. Well, the result was good, but it started horribly, I should say. This was from Discord. Yeah, last season, and I had double Arsenal defence. I think I had like Gabriel and Zinchenko. And I just sat down at my seat and posted in the channel saying, back again, come on you Gunners. And before my arse had even hit the seat, we were 1-0 down. And I double Arsenal defence, clean sheet wiped. I mean, it's bad enough having double Arsenal or double any clean sheet wipe, let alone when you're actually watching the game and it's right there in front of you happening. So, yeah, hopefully it goes better tomorrow. Serbia loves you, Oscar. Thanks very much, Luca. Appreciate that. Are we going to get team news for tomorrow's matches? Probably not. Tomorrow, what is it? Arsenal first. We might do, but I doubt it. I mean, City play tomorrow at 5:30, so maybe like FPL Main Road or Tony, but I don't know if we'll get much. I mean, we've got all the press conferences from today, so we can go through all the bits and bobs from today's presses, but yeah, we'll see. Welcome all to the stream. 3 game weeks to go, Mr. Health says, bring it on. Yeah, actually forgot to check what the answers were to the question that I started the stream with. So, yeah, the question was, if the season ended right now, would you be happy with your rank, or are you still looking to make up some ground? Oh, there he is. There's Tim. Did no one answer my question? Did I just get aired by, like, the entire chat? Hang on. Have I gone too far up? Guy Forster says, brilliant. He's top in his mini leagues and he's top 5k. Lavulio's trying to make top 100 in the world. British says, I need another half season to catch rank. Darbo says, would be very happy. So would Callum. He says he's winning his mini league. Yeah, keep it up. Good luck to everyone that's having a good season and winning their mini leagues with just 3 more game weeks to go. Sideban says no, he wouldn't be happy. He's 46 points off the top spot. Oh, that's doable. It won't be easy, but that is doable. FIFA Fanatic says, what I do with no bench boost in 37. It's not the end of the world. Like, a lot of people have used theirs already. Yeah, it's not the end of the world. I mean, my bench for 37, I guess it will be... It's going to be Petrovic, Gabriel, Saliba, Romero, maybe. So, like, that's not an incredible bench. So, what's that? Only 2 of those actually double. So, I don't think it's the end of the world. Love the Wii intro. But would be hella depressed if it finished right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm 70k thereabouts. So, top 10k is, like, not doable now. But I'd like to hit top 50k. I think I'd be happy with that. I think nowadays you have to consider top 50k a good season, and top 10k is like elite. Top 1k is just like an insane season, but I think because there's like over 10 million, you need so many things to go your way. I'm going to grab a screenshot from Live FPL just to show the different rank tiers and where we are right now, because I think it's quite good to see how far you are behind a rank tier. So there it is. Check on the app or on your phone how many points you're on, how far behind you are compared to other rankings. So, what am I on? 2,210. So, wait, what? Are my points wrong? 2,223. 2210. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, so I'm 13 points behind 50k. I'm also 14 points inside top 100k. So, yeah. I mean, what are you guys aiming for? What's your rank and what are you aiming for? Bruno or Son? I mean, if it's who to buy, it's really difficult this week. I mean, I'm starting Bruno and I've got Son on the bench, so I would say Bruno. But obviously Bruno's a bit of a doubt. But I wouldn't be surprised if Bruno plays. He's always available. He never gets injured. I mean, look at this. 90 minutes all season except for... 1 game, which was Liverpool in Gameweek 17. Other than that, 90 minutes every game the entire season. And he's in way more form. Like, Son's looked a bit poor recently, so... Yeah, I would say Bruno, but... It'd be much closer next week. But this week, you'd be okay starting Bruno. I wouldn't feel great about playing Son away at Liverpool. It's not the end of the world, but based on how Spurs have looked and Son recently, then... Yeah... I mean, if anyone's got the same bench and dilemma, who are you benching? For me, it's between Gordon, Bruno, Jackson and Son. We'll get a poll up on that. Who's the best one to bench? So we'll go Gordon, Bruno, Jackson and Son. I think those are the main 4. I got a crate today from Beer52. It was just pay for delivery and you get it for free. So I might crack one of these open now. First stream with a beverage of the season, and it's Gameweek 36. Why not? It's a Friday night. I guess that's why, because normally it's Saturday morning streams, and I'm never gonna like crack open an ale on a Saturday morning. You're benching Jackson. A lot of people benching Jackson. Peter says bench Son. So does Tej. Bench Son. Seems to be between Jackson and Son. What's the poll saying? 28% Jackson, 39% Son. We'll leave that poll up because I think it's going to be helpful for anyone else in a similar position. But yeah, that's I'm kind of in the same line of thinking. I've got Son on the bench. Try not to let his price play tricks on me. But like watching them against Chelsea, I really thought Spurs would win that one. I did not expect that result. Because, I mean, you probably saw Chelsea's bench. I honestly couldn't tell you what any of those players on the bench looked like in real life. Like, what was his name? George or something. If he just walked past me in the street, I would never know, like, he plays for Chelsea. Or, who else is on the bench? It's just crazy how many injuries they got. I mean, who the hell's Tyreek? Castle Dean, Sturge, Tarianen. I mean, I'm sure these are like really promising youngsters, but they would never make the bench normally, would they? If they didn't have all these injuries. So yeah, I just thought Spurs would win that one, but they've looked so poor recently, low on confidence. And it's away at Anfield, so I think Son is the logical pick, despite the price. I'm trying not to let the price play tricks on me, because yeah, Gordon must be like almost half the price. How are we doing, Andre? Good to see you, mate. Michael says Spurs were awful. And this is the thing, and they're away at Anfield next. Klopp's only got 2 more home games, and then he's done, so... Anyway, FCH Sean says, thanks for the 90 months. He says, oh no, focal double Arsenal defence jinx incoming. I know, mate. Surely not again. It can't happen twice. Honestly, if we concede within like 20 seconds again, I'll be lost for words. WB Adurag says start Bruno, Son or Eze. Bruno, Son or Eze. Well, Eze's declared fit, so he's available. So it's between him and Bruno. I think I'd start Bruno, you know. I mean, no one's got more points than Bruno over the last 4 game weeks. So I think you start Bruno. He was so unlucky not to get a return last match against Burnley as well. He got 2 bonus points despite no returns, which doesn't happen often. 1.27 XGI, but no returns. So he created 4 big chances. I think it has to be Bruno. And I'd bench Eze and Son. Seems like a lot of people have got benching headaches this week, and it might boil down to just getting that decision right in terms of green or red arrow. Because there's a lot of players that are very template now. I think my team is a bit template, if I'm honest. But also, if I'm honest, the wildcard kind of picked itself for the most part. For me, the only minor decisions were, do I go double Newcastle defence with Burn and Share, and then I can squeeze in a Spurs mid like Maddison? Or do I go for one Newcastle defender, and then I can have Gordon and Isak? And luckily I got that one right, but very unlucky for Share owners. I mean, has anyone got Share? Who are you replacing him with this week? This was the update from Eddie Howe. Howe's revealed Fabian Scher's season is likely over due to a hamstring injury. Joelinton, Pope, Almiron have trained, and a late call is going to be made on their availability. Trippier hopes to return to training next week. And then, interestingly, I stumbled across this tweet. On his injury, Fabian Scher told the Swiss media, in my opinion, it's not that bad, and I expect to still play for Newcastle this season. Accordingly, I've no worries at all when it comes to the European Championships. So, I mean, Howe said one thing, Scher said the other. I don't trust Howe at all. But still, does Scher start the first double Gameweek 37 fixture? Because it's pretty pointless if you just get Man United away as a single game week. Leon's selling him for Burn, so's Benjamin. Aiden's going to Vardiol. I think Vardiol, Burn, Gabriel, White, probably the best picks. Those would be the best picks to answer your question, Wachter. How are we doing, David? Good to see you. He says, I have Share, and I've got a free transfer. So do I double up with Arsenal defence, or do I get Burn to replace him? Yeah, it's a difficult one, that. I actually think double Arsenal defence. I think double Arsenal defence. I think people are overlooking the single game weekers. I mean, look at how well Saka did last week. And they're home to Bournemouth this week. In terms of clean sheet odds, they're second as well. I mean, Newcastle 27%, so you're what, 18% likely to get a clean sheet? It's just what happens in that one extra fixture in 37. But if money's no object, I think double Arsenal defence, honestly. I think I'd take that. Reese in the chat says, I'm the best striker in clubs. Shout out to Reese and Newton. The boys I play pro clubs with pretty much every day at the moment. Don't know about best striker though, considering I'm the other striker that partners you. How we doing, Levi? Good to see you, mate. Yeah, so if I had share, I would sell him. I think I honestly would rather double Arsenal defence than buy and burn. Because Newcastle's defence has been pretty shocking. Chris says, how is so full of it? He really is. Like, the amount of times he's lied about things this season. Like, he says share season's over. It actually wouldn't surprise me if he's back by next week. But, yeah, it looks like he is injured. It's just maybe not as serious as Hal's saying. Reverse says Edison's unflagged now. Yeah, I'm relieved about that. Whether he starts or not, again, is another question. But if you've got him, you start him. And then if you need your auto sub, then so be it. I think it's a tricky one if you've got Edison and Vicario. If anyone's got that combo, are you just going to start Edison and hope for the best? Or are you getting rid of Edison for Petrovic, for example? Any changes made so far? No, I think I'm going to roll this week, actually. I'd like to take 2 transfers into 37. And I might even burn a transfer in 37 if my team doesn't need any moves. But I could do something like Saliba down to a double game week defender for 1 week and then go back. Or I could use the extra money to go Bruno to Saka in 38. So there's a few ways I could go. Got bad news for you all, by the way. Next weekend, I'm on a stag do, so this is the second last stream of the season. So yeah, I'll be back for Gameweek 38 after this stream. Gameweek 37, I'll be in Barcelona, so I won't be able to stream, unfortunately. Otto, thanks for the super chat. Says bench 1, Son, Darwin, Gordon. Mini league opposition has Gordon. I would still rather bench Darwin, even if your mini league opposition's got Gordon. And just, you know, try and find somewhere else to make up the points. Because imagine Darwin's benched, Gordon starts and Gordon gets a return, then the gap's just got even bigger. So yeah, I do think that's something you have to be careful with mini leagues, like differentiating from people in your league just for the sake of it, or taking too much of a risk. So yeah, it's unclear if Darwin even starts. Like, it could easily be Diaz, Gakpo, Salah. I think Salah will start, but I'm just not sure about Darwin. So I'd still bench Darwin out of those 3. Otto, Pratik, thanks for the 14 months. He says, welcome back to another reminder. Tattoo at 200k. Yeah, if anyone doesn't know, I'm going to get the Focal logo tattooed at 200k. To be confirmed where I get it tattooed. But if you want to support that, me getting the tattoo, then hit subscribe. That'll happen at 200,000. So hopefully next season. Gringo, how we doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Milos says, start Wood or Son. You know what? I think I'd start Wood over Son this week. Like, if you're not going to play Wood against Sheffield United, when are you going to play him? Do you think Gordon's worth starting over Son? Gordon away form hasn't been great. Yeah, I mean, I've got both, and I've benched Son. I know what you're saying. Like, Gordon's not been nearly as good away. He's got the most points of all players in the league in home games this season, but yeah, I still think I'd rather start Gordon. But yeah, there is this rumour that Van Dijk's a doubt for the game, or he might be out, so that's a bit of a worry. I feel like I need to sneeze, but it's not going to come out. Akma says he got 95 points last game week. Thank God for Vardiol. Oh, he had Vardiol. Yeah, I mean, that was one mistake on the wildcard. I could have gone Vicario and Vardiol, but instead I had Edison and, what was it, Romero? I mean, Romero surprised me. I wasn't expecting much, but he did score. And he had chances against Chelsea as well. Anyone watch the game? I mean, he had chances against Arsenal, but besides the one he scored, like, there was a header that just went wide, one that hit the post, And then against Chelsea, there's one. Pedro Porro chipped it up back post. And he leapt and nodded it, and it just went wide. He should have buried it. That would have been massive as well, because I had both players. But yeah, I'm quite. I was pleasantly surprised by that. Quite happy to have him. I mean, City, he's not going to get anything probably, but he's got Burnley here. Sheffield United, Gameweek 38, so it's not all bad. And you guys gave me flack for going Romero on my team selection last week. And the deadline stream as well. And I will say, like, you guys are often right about a lot, but that one actually went in my favour for once. So, yeah, that was lucky though, let's be honest. Romero was playing forward in that Arsenal game, to be fair. He actually was. Like, the goal he scored, I don't know what he was doing playing in cam. But yeah, he was the one right there when Raya made that mistake. Flames, how we doing, mate? He says, I watched the game. He really should have scored. Sitter it was. I know, he's had a couple of like big chances, genuinely. So, yeah. Hopefully when I bench boost him in Gameweek 37, he can get something against Burnley or City. Both home games. So, in terms of that benching poll, 33% say Son, 30% Jackson, 21%. Oh, that's another one. You guys gave me a lot of stick about the Jackson pick. When that goal went in, I was like, come on. I couldn't believe it. I mean, he scored in the first game as well, didn't he? But it was offside. Let's do a poll. Are you bench boosting Gameweek 37? Poll is up. Get your votes in. Romero or White? I think it depends how you have to start them this week. I think White. Probably White. Like, you definitely don't start Romero this week. I think I'd go White. Yeah, get your votes on the poll. No more chips, David says. Son or Mateta? Car. You know what? I still think I'd rather start Mateta. Like, United are rock bottom for expected goals conceded over the last 6. Literally worst. Like, worse than Sheffield United, worse than Luton, worse than Burnley. I think I'd play Mateta, you know. It's a home game, isn't it? Against United? Where are they? Yeah, Monday. Hey, and you got something to cheer on Monday as well, so that's another reason. Has anyone ever done that before? Where you look at the fixtures and you're like, oh, but if I do this, like, they play tonight, Friday night, or they play on Monday, so that's another reason to buy them or start them. Evan wants the news roundup. All right, let's run through all the bits of news from today and this week. Chelsea first. Some embargo quotes out of Gameweek 36. He suggested that Cole and Nkunku could return for the West Ham game. James, Sanchez, Sterling, partially training. Nothing on Gusto. I can't believe no one asked anything about Gusto, but yeah. Unfortunately for Gusto owners, unless there's been something somewhere else. Nothing in the press conference. Long Brighton injury list. Lallana's joined the injury list. Estupinian, Ferguson, Hinshelwood, March, Mitoma, all unlikely to feature this season. Milner, Lamptey, Van Heck, no time scale on their returns either. So, yeah, I mean, if anyone's got... I think they play Villa, don't they? If anyone's got, like, Watkins, massive differential captain. But I think they've got the second leg next week against Olympiacos, so maybe he'll be managed a bit. Glasner's confirmed that Eze and Gueye are both fit, and they will be in the squad for Gameweek 36. Good news as well, Arsenal, clean bill of health. Everyone's fit and available, even including Timber. He's played for the under-21s twice now to build up his match fitness after a long layoff. I think it was Gameweek 1 he went off injured. Maybe Gameweek 36 will be his first minutes since then. Crazy. And I'll be at the game as well, so can't wait to see Timber again. Foden and Diaz are both back after recent illness. Ederson's back in training and he feels good after his shoulder concern against Nottingham Forest. And then lastly, Liverpool, as I was saying just now. Van Dijk's a doubt for Gameweek 36, according to Klopp. He's hoping to partially train today. And the situation between Klopp and Salah is completely resolved. Bradley's back in training. And Diego Jota's not. Actually, there's also Newcastle. So... House said that Fabian Schär's season is likely over due to a hamstring injury. Trippier hopes to return to training next week, so I think that rules Trippier out as an option, annoyingly. Bit risky, I think, if he's only going to be back next week. Might not start. He might. But then on his injury, Schär told the Swiss media, he's Swiss, he said, in my opinion, it's not that bad, and I fully expect to still play for Newcastle this season. And he's obviously got no worries about the Euros in the summer. I still think he might be a sell because, you know, I mean, unless you're in a good position where you can bench him, I think he's probably a sell. FPL China chat, how are we doing, Dylan? Good to see you, mate. I'm not too bad, thanks. I'm having a New Zealand Pilsner. I got a crate from Beer 52 and it's just random ales from around the world. This one's really nice, actually. Because it's a Friday night stream, I thought, why not? I'm in a good mood today. I'm going to the Arsenal game tomorrow. So, yeah, why not? Vardiol or Walker? I mean, there's nothing between them. Except like 0.5 in terms of price. I think I'd just get Vardiol. Yeah, treat myself. How we doing, Dylan? We've got another Dylan. 2 Dylans in the chat. And Kunku could be back by 37. Does it affect Jackson's minutes? Probably not. Like, they can play together, so I'd say probably not. Probably doesn't affect them, I would imagine. Dylan, as in FPL Chai, who are you captaining this week? Let me get back to Super Chats. Where did I get to? Oh, well behind. Sorry about that. Surly says, can we do a wildcard team? You know what? If I was on a wildcard, I think it would actually... I think it would be this team, honestly. I don't know what I'd honestly change if I was on a wildcard. I'm not just saying that to get out of doing your Super Chat, but like, if you guys were on a wildcard, would you change anything with this team here? I can't think of a single error in this team. I mean, maybe you could go for De Bruyne over Bruno, but I don't know how I'd feel about getting rid of Bruno. Yeah, Philip says the same. I mean, what would you change? You could go, I guess you could go Vicario in goal and then get Vardiol over Romero. Malbert says, have you won King of the Gameweek yourself? I actually have. For the first time this season, I won it. It was about 5 game weeks ago. I won it, yeah. I think it was De Bruyne that won, and I picked De Bruyne. You've not got Wood. I guess you could go Wood, but honestly, I'm not just saying it because, like, to get out of doing your Super Chat, but if I was on a wildcard, I think this would be the team I had. It depends how much money you've got. Like, if you've got more than me, I'd get White over Saliba. Or if you've got loads more money, I'd get De Bruyne over Foden. But other than that, I think it'd be the same. The only other changes I'd have probably Vicario over Edison and then go Vardiol over Romero, just because of the doubt about Edison starting this game week. Pat says, start Porro or Maguire, Oscar, and why? Well, Porro's away at Liverpool. And I just don't see a world where Spurs keep a clean sheet. Like, maybe he gets an attack in return, but I just don't see Spurs getting a result. I think it's going to be a hard game for United as well, to be fair. And they have been shocking defensively, but I think I'd rather Maguire. It just makes sense. When you compare the fixtures, away at Palace or away at Anfield, I'm picking the team away at Palace every day. So, yeah, I'd start Maguire over Porro. Alan says, sell Son or Richarlison for KDB. I'm chasing Mini League. If you're chasing Mini League and they haven't got KDB, then I think that's okay. But it is risky because they've got Burnley home as their first 37 fixture. They've got Sheffield United away in 38. So, you know, there is potential for Son to match or outscore KDB. But yeah, if you're chasing Mini League, I think KDB is the sort of play you just have to go for. Are you saying you can afford to go Richarlison to KDB instead? Because if you can afford Richarlison now, I'd rather do that. Yeah, I'd sell Richarlison to KDB, Alan, if that's what you can afford. Tuna says, chase him, share to who? Need options. So if I'd share, I'd say the best options are, I think White is a massive differential if you're chasing. I don't think that many people are looking at Arsenal defence. So I think White's a good one. I think Vardiol is good. Walker's good. Burns okay, but I mean, Newcastle, what's their back line going to be? Hall, Burn, Kraft, Livramento. I didn't see Andy's tweet. What did he write? Let me have a look. Hopefully he can make the turn, but that's also the same for Bruno Fernandes. I regret also to say, but he's also a big doubt. He's still fighting for the game on Monday night. That's an interesting quote. Let's pull that up. Who's got Bruno and what's your initial thoughts on this? Let me carry on with the chat messages. So yeah, if I was selling share, I'd say White, Gabriel good, even though they don't have a double. Vardiol's good. Burns okay. If you can afford to bench him, I think someone like Pedro Porro is alright. But yeah, if you need to start them, obviously avoid. Nick, thanks for the super chat. He says bench boost 37. Raya, Petrovic, Gabriel, Vardy or staying. I have to sell 8 Nori and probably Gusto and share. Do you think Trent or White this week and then Porro and Burn for -4 37 but not sure? Triple Arsenal defence. I think triple Arsenal defence is okay, but obviously you are blocking a route back to someone like Salah in 38. Yeah, share I'd sell. I think with Gusto, if you can afford to hold him, I would, because there is a chance he'll be back for the double in 37. I think I'd prioritise selling 8 Nori. So yeah, you're saying sell 8 Nori and probably Gusto or share. I'd sell share and 8 Nori. So White this week, yeah, I would do that. And then one of Porro Burn for a -4 37. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I know, yeah. I know it's triple Arsenal defence, but I think it's fine. I think it's alright. Yeah, you've got Vardy already, so... And I'm guessing you've got Foden and Haaland, so... Yeah, I think that's fine, honestly. I don't think it's that bad going triple Arsenal defence. Even though they've only got 3 games, no doubles. 2 of those are home games, and then they've got United away. I think that's a good differential. Like, if you're chasing, go triple Arsenal defence, or at least double. Evan, thanks for the 9 months. He says, keep or sell Maddison. I would... I mean, the thing is, they look really bad if been benched. People have been calling for Maddison to be benched, and they didn't look any better. If anything, they look worse. So, it depends who you've got in your team. Like, if you haven't got Foden, Gordon, Palmer, I would buy them. I wouldn't buy Bruno based on that. Based on that update from Ten Hag. So, yeah, it really depends on who you've got and haven't got. But I think he is sellable, yeah, Evan. Sammy, thanks for your super chat. 19.99. That's very generous of you, Sammy. Thanks for that. He said, hey, Oscar. I was leading my mini league all season, and now one of my friends are ahead of me by 10 points. I was wondering if you could give a quick look at my team, please. And that's his ID. All right, let's have a quick look. I don't normally do IDs, but I mean, that's a very generous super chat. You didn't have to do that. Let's have a look at your team. So you're second in your league. Let's see your team. Interested to see how different people's teams are at this stage of the season. So that's your team. You're only 10 points behind. So that, I mean, you can recover that in 1 week. What chips have you got left? You've got no chips. Bench boost. Just your bench boost. Okay. So you've got a few problems in defence. The Cell's probably out for the season. Gusto's flagged. Sarabia. And how much have you got in the bank? Let's see. Nothing in the bank. Alright, this is a tricky one. So who can you afford here? You've got Burn already. 1 free transfer? You took a -12 last week. I mean, that's why you're 10 behind now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the question is, who do you buy? I think you have to sell 8 Nori, but who can you buy for 4.8 mil? What options are there? If anyone's got any ideas with this one, I mean, this is a head scratcher. He's got 1 free transfer, nothing in the bank. I think you'd leave the midfield. I mean, you can't even afford Sarabia to Garnacho, can you? I mean, you could do something like Salah to Foden, and then take a -4 to sell 8 Nori. I I don't know if I'd just go Maguire. I think I would take a chance, you know, and take a -4 because you need to sort a few players out here. So I think I'd go Salah to Foden, and then take a -4 and then sell Lascelles. So you go Salah to Foden, Lascelles to White. You should have loads left over after that, and then you can take another -4 in 37 to replace potentially Aït-Nouri, maybe Gusto, maybe Sarabia. I just think that's more upside than just buying Maguire. I think that's way more upside. So I would go Salah to Foden, and then I'd go Lascelles to Ben White. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then I'd take another -4 in 37 to sell Lascelles and maybe Gusto. Well, that was a challenging one. That I don't normally get rate my teams like that, but I think that's what I'd do, Sammy. Captain poll, yeah, we'll get a captain poll up. So, are you bench boosting? Gameweek 37, 79% are, 21% aren't. Captain poll, here we go. So, what are the options? We'll go Haaland, Palmer. The third one's kind of tricky. You could go Saka. You could go Isak and other. What's this message? Got a message from my mum saying Teddy's watching me from hers on doing a live stream. I don't know if you can see that. Oh wait, let me check her number's not there. No, it's not. Mum, get off my deadline stream. The latest news on Fernandes. So there was this interesting quote just now. Ten Hag said, hopefully he can make the turn, but is also the same as Bruno Fernandes. I regret also to say, but he's also a big doubt. He's still fighting for the game on Monday night. So Bruno's a big doubt, and that's about all we know. Monkey Man says, hi, Mum. Oh, dear. Yeah, Isak's a shout. I could have left it. I could have put him in over Saka. Teddy doesn't look impressed by your team. I know. I mean, we need to get Teddy to make a team next season. Oh my god, I'm getting messages from people that I didn't even know were watching. My old boss just said, put your cap on straight. It is, isn't it? Sorry, boss. That was my old boss. Anyway. I'm losing the plot here. Where did I get to? Yeah, so Crispy Bacon. Love the name. He says, hi Oscar. He's given Cole Palmer captaincy, the armband of thoughts. Yeah, I think Palmer's absolutely a shout. I forgot to take a screenshot of the projected points actually, but I think it's definitely a shout. Did you guys see that Moyes is expected to leave at the end of this season? I saw Fabrizio tweet it earlier. I wonder how that affects West Ham, if at all. Let's grab a screenshot. Oh, I've been messing with the expected minutes here, so De Bruyne's might be a bit off. I'll put him on 75. Yeah, I mean, if anyone needs some guidance for captaincy and transfers, these are the top projections for this game week. Let me pull it up. So yeah, Haaland's top 7.6, Saka 6.9, Salah 6.6, Palmer 6.4. I think Palmer's a great shout for captaincy. West Ham have been shocking defensively recently. I think there's lots of good options, but yeah, if I was chasing, I'd go for someone like Palmer or Saka. AO says, would you start Branthwaite or Burn this game week? Branthwaite or Burn? I think Branthwaite. Everton have got Luton away. Clean sheet odds. 27% Everton. Who was it? Branthwaite or Burn? Newcastle 27%. I mean, they're tied. I think I'd rather start Branthwaite, you know. Away at Luton. I know Luton tend to score, but I don't trust Burn. With a back line of... It'd probably be Hall, Burn, Kraft and Livramento. Away at Burnley. So I'd rather start Branthwaite, honestly. Super chat from Yeme Ahmed is 97. Double Arsenal and Vardy. Branthwaite on the bench. Is it worth to play him over Jackson? Nah, I'd start Jackson. 100% start Jackson over Branthwaite. Super Chat here says, hi mate, I've played the wildcard and I have an injured Van Heck and no Arsenal defenders. I can roll and play Porro, but I have to replace him with someone up to 4.8 mil. Redef Dallas, I'm not sure about Maguire. Are you saying you have to replace Porro? I wouldn't want to replace Porro if I could help it. Are you saying 4.8 mil to replace Van Heck, or you have to sell Porro? So, who are the options for 4.8? Yeah. Have you got Burn? I'd say Burn's a good one for 4.5, I think he is. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like Maguire, it's not great, but it's slim pickings in terms of double Gameweek 37 defenders. I think Maguire's fine though. But yeah, it's not ideal. Is there anyone else I'm forgetting? Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't buy someone like Chalobah. I mean, there are single game week defenders, you know, like Reguilon, but I don't think I'd go there either. I think I'd buy someone like Burn, honestly. I'd get Burn. Emerson Royale, but will he start every game? Probably. Davies is supposed to be out for the season. Yeah. Failing that, I would get someone like Branthwaite, even though he doesn't double. Yeah, tricky one that. The Busted Flush says, best share replacement, any Gusto news? Best share replacements, I would say Burn for 4.5 mil. If you've got the money, Vardyol's better for like 5 mil. Or Walker, 5.5 mil. I would also buy an Arsenal defender, like Gabriel or Saliba. No Gusto news, annoyingly. I don't know why, but nobody stopped to ask Pochettino. This was the Chelsea update. Cole Wilson and Kunku could return for the West Ham game, but there was nothing on Gusto. So, no, unfortunately nothing. Oscar Donahue says Petrovic or a Nana. I would play Petrovic. Sammy says, thoughts, I reckon I sell Saka instead of Salah and get a City defender. Is 8 Nori out? I don't know if I'd sell Saka before a Bournemouth home. I know like Salah's got a home game as well, but I'd rather sell Salah. Is 8 Nori out? I don't know if we've had an update on 8 Nori. I can't tell you. If anyone knows in chat, let us know. Is 8 Nori out? Yeah, I'm not sure what the latest is on him. But yeah, I'd rather sell Salah than Saka. I mean, Saka, he's got Bournemouth home, Man United away, Everton home. Man United, rock bottom for XGC over the last 6. Everton home, they'll be on the beach by 38. Arsenal could have it all to play for still by them. So I wouldn't sell Saka personally. Kvad says, play Branthwaite or Burn. Play Branthwaite or Burn and roll the transfer. Or transfer Mitchell or Gusto to Vardy and play them. Yeah, I think that's worth it. I'd buy Vardy, 100%. And I'd sell Mitchell, not Gusto. Because there's a chance Gusto could be back. Maybe this game week, if not 37. So I'd rather sell Mitchell. Considering he doesn't double as well. As H says, Dubravka or Pickford to play. Dubravka or Pickford? I'd go with whatever the clean sheet odds say. They're both 27%. Okay, so let's look at who they're playing. So Everton away at Luton. Newcastle away at Burnley. It's a close one, but I'd play Pickford. I just think, in my head, they're slightly likelier away against the bare bones Luton than Newcastle with a bare bones defence against the Burnley side. Still fighting for their lives. I guess Luton are as well, but yeah, that's what I would do. Play Pickford. Yeah, I'm not sure about 8 Nori, Sammy. If anyone knows in chat, let us know. Bel Saru's on Foden captain. Haaland's top of the captain poll, 63%. Palmer 17%. 15% other. 5% Saka. So if you went other, who's your other? Let us know in chat. Senor Lump says, good evening, Oscar. I know this isn't Saturday morning, but I need you to read my message out loud for my gaming ritual. Love you. There you go, read it out loud. Sorry, I was caught up with Super Chat, so I didn't get a chance to read much of chat. Sonny says, Sup, Oscar, happy Friday. Happy Friday, Sonny. A lot of people on KDB captain. We've got Arteta in the chat. Arteta's captain in Foden. Surely captain one of your players like Saka, then a rivals player. Scott's on Isaac captain, so's Hamed. Mateta captain, says Timmy. That's a brave one. Play Son or Jackson. I've got both, and I'm playing Jackson. It is close, but I'm playing Jackson. But yeah, like if Van Dijk misses out, that could be pivotal. That could really be bad for us Sun benchers. So I have to just hope that Van Dijk comes through fine for the next one. Watkins captain. Yeah, I rate that. I like the Watkins captaincy. Walker or Vardiol? I would just save the money and go Vardiol. There's not much between them, to be honest with you. Wouldn't surprise me if they both started all remaining games, but I'd say Vardiol. Let's have a look at the scout selection. Let us know in chat how many players you've got from the scout. They've got Flecken in goal this week. They've got Trent, Gabriel, Vardiol, Saka, Foden, Havertz, Palmer, Haaland as captain, Watkins and Mateta. How many has everyone got? So for me it'd be Gabriel, Foden, Palmer, Hart. 4? I've only got 4. British has got 6. Vikram's also got 4. Tom's got 3. Arteta's got 5. Evan's got 6. I'm surprised by the Flecken pick. I would have gone for Sells, I think. Nottingham Forest against Sheffield United. I feel like they're likely to keep a clean sheet than Brentford home to Fulham. Brentford have been solid defensively recently, to be fair. 6, 11. Yeah, right. You've got 11. What are you free hitting and copying this team? Yeah, just a 4 for me this week. Any Van Heck alternatives? Depends how much money you got. For 4 mil, really not many. Maguire's 4.2 mil. If you've got 0.2 mil lying under the sofa, but I mean, Livramento's 4 mil, but Trippier's near a return, so I don't think I'd go there. There's no one for 4 mil, to be honest with you. Start Gordon or Son, asks Mark. I'm starting Gordon, and I've got Son first on the bench. I need to think about what to do, though, after that Man United quote. Because it's a bit of a concerning quote. I regret also to say, but he's also a big doubt, and he's still fighting for the game on Monday night. That's a spanner in the works, that one. Because I could bench Bruno, who hadn't even come into my thinking until like this talk that he's injured or a big doubt. Phillips on KDB captain. Start Bruno or Jackson. He's playing, don't worry. I mean, that's the thing. He always plays. He's never injured. It just wouldn't surprise me at all if he shows up against Palace, but maybe this one's serious. Start Gordon or Solanke. I'll start Gordon. Hang on. Bournemouth. Yeah, definitely start Gordon. Away at Arsenal. How did I forget who Bournemouth were playing for a sec there? I'm going to the game tomorrow morning. Maybe I should do like match day vlogs again. I've only done a couple. But it's not as good. I mean, this time I'm in like the normal seats, I guess you call them. Like last time I was given like a 15 grand ticket by So Rare to record the experience, so it's a bit different. No, I'm an Arsenal fan, not Bournemouth. Who's everyone support? Who do you guys support? Anyone else an Arsenal fan? Maguire or Cunha? I think you start Cunha. You just start the attacker, don't you? Arsenal, Liverpool, Arsenal. Julian says, come on you Gunners. Hearts, the mighty Forest. A lot of Arsenal fans. Everton, Sunderland, Newcastle, Chelsea, Millwall, Leeds United. Torquay, Wimbledon, Liverpool. So who have we got coming up so far? Is it just Leicester that have been promoted? Guaranteed promotion. Is Ipswich coming up? Or is that not confirmed yet? So Leicester's already confirmed. Ipswich, they're 3 points above Leeds, but with a worse goal difference. So is it going to go down to the wire? Is it going to go down to the last game? Ipswich close. They need a point. Just a point. Okay. Wow, that'd be massive if they come up. Weren't they in League One last season? That is a crazy story if they come straight up. Geki Me says, is double Arsenal defence on a Gameweek 37 bench boost a good idea? Well, obviously it's not great for 37 in isolation because it's away at Man United. But when you're buying a player, it's also about the points in the surrounding weeks. And if you add up what they get in total, including Bournemouth home, Everton home, then it's actually going to run very close to, you know, someone like Pedro Porro, who's got an extra fixture, but he's got to play Liverpool and City. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if Arsenal defenders score more than Porro. Maybe even more than someone like Vardiol. So I think it's fine. It's all about the surrounding weeks. But yeah, if you're in like a luxury position, 2 free transfers and 37, no way to spend one, you could sell for 1 week and buy them straight back. I'm not opposed to doing that. Jordanos says, Mateta or Bruno? That's a good question. I think I'd start the attacker and start Mateta. And now we also know that Eze's fine. I think you start Mateta. It might not matter anyway, like if Bruno misses out. I guess the worst case scenario is Bruno's on the bench. And then comes on for a cameo for a 1-pointer. GSM says Bruno's got an ankle injury, so maybe he plays with the pain. I mean, what are you guys doing that have Bruno as well? Who are you starting? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it as it is and just hope he's alright by Monday. At least it's on Monday, so they've got a couple of days. I don't think I'll start Nunez. Brian, thanks for the 20 months. He says, hi Oscar, I hope you're well. Captain Isak or Palmer? I'd rather captain Palmer over Isak. For me, like, he's got the home fixture. I just think it's probably a better fixture, home to West Ham than Burnley away, when Burnley is still in with a chance of staying up. Like, they've hit a bit of form recently, and they could genuinely still stay up. They're currently 19th, and they're only 2 points off Forest. So, yeah, I think I'd rather Captain Palmer. Those are the FPL review projections. Palmer's just barely in 4th. It's Haaland, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Foden, De Bruyne, Ødegaard, Havertz. I mean, Isak's interestingly not even there. But oh yeah, I think Isak's a sound captain as well. Wonder if he leaves this summer or if he sticks at Newcastle. I mean, they'll be desperate to keep him. But surely some big clubs will be in for him. Isn't there a clause in his contract if they don't get Champions League? Then he's aware his release clause is cheaper or something like that, or his contract goes down. Kieran's going to start Jackson instead. Isak to Arsenal. I'll take him at Arsenal all day. Jackson or Son? I've got both, and I'm starting Jackson. Burn or Maguire? I'd start Burn. Very close, those two. Bruno was seen with a cast on his right wrist. Oh, someone said it was an ankle injury just now. So it's not. It's a wrist injury. Petrovic or Onana? I'd go Petrovic. Branthwaite or Burn? I'd go Branthwaite. Højlund or Son? That's a good one. I think I'd start Son between Højlund and Son. Rico Lewis or Trusty? I don't think either of those are going to start, but I'd start Lewis. Bruno never misses games. True. That's what I'm saying. Like, he plays 90 every game. He's missed one game this season. Was that injury or something else? He missed game week 17 against Liverpool. I can't remember what that was. But yeah, he's almost never injured. Like, he's got unbelievable availability. So yeah, my gut feeling is he'll be fine. Lorenzo says, "Hey Focal, hi boys, welcome to the stream. James to return before Gusto. Possibly. I don't think it'll be a factor. Suspended. Who's suspended? Oh, Bruno. Sorry. Okay, got you now. That's what I mean. Like, so if it wasn't for that suspension, he would have played 90 minutes every game this season. Tenar quoted, never rule him out on Bruno. Yeah, exactly. Oh, chat disappeared. Whoops. I still don't know why it does that. If anyone knows, let me know. There we go, it's back. Let me know if it does it again. AM says, "Hey mate, start Son or Garnacho." Difficult one, that. Son or Garnacho. I think you have to start Son in that scenario. I just wish we knew for sure if Van Dijk was out. Because if he was, I would be starting Son. He's a doubt, that's all we know. Tabo says, is Van Dijk injured or not? He's a doubt, we don't know 100%. He only trained today. This is what Klopp said. Van Dijk's a doubt for Gameweek 36. He's hoping to partially train today. So he's not trained all week. And hopefully partial training today. So yeah, he's a major doubt. Like, it could be Kwanzaa Konate centre-back, something like that. It's both his wrist and his ankle. Both have been lingering for many game weeks. Oh, that's not good, is it? Didn't realise he had 2 injuries. I've got a decision to make on this stream now, to bench Son or Bruno. Should we do a fresh poll on that based on the latest info? Because I didn't see that Bruno quote before, and I think it's quite close now. Who is the best one to bench? So we got Gordon away at Burnley. I'll put the fixtures in brackets as well, so we really get it nice and clear. Bruno, Palace away. Son, Liverpool away. And Jackson, West Ham home. Bruno plays 90 or 0, so you should start him. I mean, that's my initial thoughts. I'd be very surprised if he's on the bench and comes on for a cameo. I feel like he starts or he's not going to play at all. So I think I'll leave it. I think I'll just start him. Bench Son, Bruno, if fit, will play. If not, Son will come in. Bruno won't be benched. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Same thinking with Edison. I'm starting Edison, and if he doesn't play, then Petrovic comes in anyway. It's not the end of the world. Son's horribly out of form. Yeah. Or he comes off injured. I mean, that's possible as well. He could get injured. But I think that makes sense to bench him. I don't think I need to change anything here. I didn't know he was carrying all these injuries. He's looked immense recently, and he's not slowed down. If anything, he's sped up. He got 18-pointer against Sheffield United, 15 against Bournemouth. He scored against Liverpool, scored against Chelsea. So he's got 6 goals in his last 5 and an assist. Scored against Everton, assist against City, assist against Fulham. You never know watching him. I had no idea he had all these injuries with his wrist and ankle. No way I'd bench Son versus that back line. It depends if Van Dijk plays. It could be Robertson, Van Dijk, Konate, Trent. And that's a pretty standard back line for Liverpool. Probably their best back line. If Van Dijk's out, then yeah. But we don't know for sure. Maybe I should ask, actually. Let me send a few messages around. I should have thought this earlier. Alright, I'll ask about Van Dijk. Alright, I've asked 3 people, so surely someone says something while we're live. If they say Van Dijk's out, then I think I might start Son over Bruno. Fpl journey to 10k says, evening mate, been a while since the Friday deadline. It has been. Last one of the season as well. We've got a Saturday deadline next weekend, and then a Sunday, and then that is it. For anyone that's joining late, next weekend I'm away, sadly, on a stag do. Unbelievable. My friends organised this stag do during the season. So anyway, it is what it is. When you do FPL, that's unpaid leave. But obviously I wasn't going to miss it for the world. So I won't be here for the Gameweek 37 deadline. And then I'll be back for 38. How we doing, John? Good to see you, mate. So yeah, the poll question is who's the best one to bench out of Gordon, Bruno, Son and Jackson? 39% or 40% say Son, 24% Bruno, 23% Jackson, 14% Gordon. Interesting. I've got a follow-up poll. How many double Gameweek players will you have in Gameweek 37? So, what are the options going to be? 7 to 10, 11 to 12. Making this up as I go. 13 to 14, 15, 50? Just 15. Yeah, I guess that works. I was going to do 15 plus, but that wouldn't work. 14 for Album. AM says, start Son or Garnacho. Yes, I did that one. I'd start Son. Pat says, Foden, KDB or Palmer captain. He's chasing mini league. 80 points, top 15 to second. They don't have KDB, but it's probably differential in itself owning him. Going to bench boost 37. Hang on. Mini league 80 top, 15 to second. Are you saying you're 15 points behind them? Yeah, I mean, KDB's the perfect player if you chase him. Because a lot of people are overlooking him. Or couldn't fit him in the wildcard. Like, I went for Son instead, which might have been a mistake. But that did let me get Edison and a few other combinations. I mean, they could captain Haaland, though, so it doesn't really matter. So I would probably go Palmer captain. I don't think you need to go De Bruyne. But they're very close. It's a coin toss. Foden, KDB, Palmer captain. I do think Haaland's the best captain. Any Edison news? Yeah, we had an update, which was Phil Foden and Diaz are back after their recent illness, and Edison's back in training and feels good after his shoulder concern at Nottingham Forest. So he's been training and he feels good. That's what we know. So yeah, I'm starting him and I'm going to hope for the best. Swap share out for Burn. Yeah, I think that's alright to go share to Burn. Hang on, I'm 80 off first, 15 a second. That still doesn't make sense to me the second time reading it. You're 80 off first, 15. Oh, okay, got you now. You're 15 points off second place. Okay, I got you. That's not much. I think you need to be careful. Like, you don't need to go differential for a 15-point gap. I mean, 80 is going to be almost impossible, but it really depends on their team. What's my dream defence for the Dublin 37? Don't know if there is a dream defence, because like you wouldn't say an Arsenal player is a dream defence because they've got a single game week. But for the next 3 in isolation, I think they'd be part of my dream defence easily, probably double defence. But yeah, if I was like on free hit 37, for example, and I will do a free hit video next week, I've not thought about it too much. I'd have a City defender. I'd probably have Burn. And probably Porro as a back three. I think that would be it. So it'd be a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2. Gusto, Walker, Burn. Gusto wouldn't be in it. Unless Gusto plays against West Ham and I'm confident in his minutes, I wouldn't have him. Focal, can you tell me the most nailed Chelsea defender? I mean, right now they're all a bit risky. Like if Chilwell misses the rest of the season, then Cucurella, but maybe not because Colwell's near a return. Chalobah's been playing well recently. It's probably Chalobah. He's actually been solid recently, so I think Chalobah, but I don't think I'd go there. Because, I mean, I don't know how near other players are back from return. Like, they've got lots of centre-backs. Thiago Silva, Badiashile, Disasi, Chalobah. Colwell can play left centre-back, so I don't know if I'd risk a Chelsea defender. Unless Gusto's back against West Ham, and then I'd feel comfortable buying him. But in my case, I'm triple Chelsea, so it's not an option for me. Would you sell Johnson for Foden? Although you bought him in last game for a hit. Yeah, I think I would do that, yeah. You have to just forget about last week now and what makes sense this week. Yeah, you got a bit unlucky with Johnson. He started both, didn't he? So you got his predicted minutes right. Maddison obviously was bench for one. Yeah, I would do that. I'd sell Johnson for Foden. I think that's a straightforward move. I guess that's like, I don't know what you call it, continuation bias. Or like, is it gambler's fallacy, is it called? Like if you flip a coin 10 times in a row and it's heads every time, you think, oh, it's going to be heads again. But it's still 50-50. I don't think I've said that right at all. But anyway, you know what I mean. You have to forget about last week. If you took a hit for a player last week and selling them makes sense this week, then you do it. Sunk cost fallacy. That's the one I meant. Thanks, Tushar. Yes. Sunk cost fallacy. That's what it's called. That's definitely a trick you can fall into in FPL. Stranger Man says, do I sell Robertson to a double Gameweek defender now for a hit? Don't think I'd do it for a hit. Nah. Maybe next week. But not this week. It's not worth a hit, is it? I mean, they're home to Spurs. Spurs have looked really poor recently, so I wouldn't sell Robertson for a hit, no. What's your target for overall points? I never have targets for points, to be honest with you. Just rank. I mean, I'm 70k, so I think top 50k makes sense. At the start of the stream, we had a screenshot of the overall ranks and the points to reach those. So, yeah, check how many points you guys are on and then have a look at this. So this column here, points auto subs, is the actual number. So ignore that column, points. It's this one, points auto subs. So 2,196 points gets you in the top 10k right, top 100k right now. 2,223 gets you in the top 50k. 2,271 is top 10k. 2,050 points is top million. So it kind of helps to look at that and see how far you're off your next target. For me, I'm 13 points off top 50k, so hopefully I can close that gap down a bit more this week, and then hopefully bench boost to launch myself further into it, into the top 50k. Who's your captain? I'm on Captain Haaland, Palmer Vice. Nordstrom says, first time I played FPL, he's top 5 million and he's aiming for top 1 mil. How many seasons have you guys played? I think this is my 13th year. Or 13th season. Are you bench boosting this week? Not this week. Let me check I haven't activated it. No, I haven't. After that drama with Elise on my bench, I probably should check all these things. 3 seasons, 12 seasons. First season, Flames is in his 6th year. 20 years. 20 years, fair play. I think rank history only goes back to like 2007. That's when they introduced it. So yeah, if you've played for 20 years, that's almost the very first ever season of FPL. Second season for Ryan. Guy Forster, it's his first year and he's top 5k. Damn. Fair play. I didn't know anything about how to play in my first year. Who are the two you're transferring in for Gameweek 37? I'm actually not sure, Ray. I might burn a transfer next week. I might sell Saliba for a double Gameweek defender and then buy Saliba back, or I could just sell Bruno to Saka, for example. Something like that in 38. I'm not sure yet. But the plan is to roll this week, and then I'll decide next week. I might do nothing. I might honestly burn a transfer next week. Is Son to Saka worth it? It's really a difficult one, because this week Son's fixture is not great. But he does have the double that includes Burnley, and he has got Sheffield United, so I wouldn't do it if I had Son and not Saka. I mean, I'm not doing it, so I wouldn't do it. Burn a transfer, pun intended. Yeah, I mean, I thought I was cooking last week when I had Burn, but yeah, I burned it. Shocking. 10th season for Dure. 672k first season. That's not bad at all for first season. First season, 40k, Harry Scott. Smashed it. Alright, we've got less than an hour till the deadline. Hope you've all enjoyed the stream so far. If you have, don't forget to drop it a like and make sure you're subscribing. We're going to play a mini game. And if anyone can get the answer, I'll gift 5 memberships to chat right now. So I need the name of the player and the season that got this FPL haul. The player and the season. Alright, here we go. Best of luck. So this player got 29 points. Who's the player and what was the season? Mateta last week. Mateta this season. Yeah, that was an easy one. I couldn't think of one. I couldn't think of one to do. It's not Zaha. What do you mean Zaha? It was like a week ago. Yeah, it was Mateta. Well done. It was Game Week 34 of the 2023-24 season. He got 2 goals and an assist against West Ham, and he got 2 goals against Newcastle. All right, well done. Let me gift the memberships to chat. I'm amazed people got that. That was a really hard one. All right, gifted memberships are coming now. Who got them? Asri got one. Tushar got one. Joachim got one. Runts got one. And Harry Lipscombe. Congrats, guys. I've started using a new YouTube feature, by the way. Because when my videos upload, they take a while for YouTube to process them and make sure I've not broken any rules. So my videos go up early for all channel members. So if you want to become a channel member, you get access to videos early. You get a badge by your name, loyalty badge, that changes colour depending on how long you've been a member in live streams and in comments. And you get access to the members channel Discord, the members league, loads of goodies. And it supports the channel for like, I think it's like £2 a month. So if anyone's interested, use the join button below the stream. I appreciate the support. It allows me to keep doing this full time for everyone. Edzo, thanks for the gifted membership. SSS17 got that one. That one was hard. Yeah, I know, really tricky that one. Well done everyone that got Mateta. And sorry to anyone that got PTSD and didn't have Mateta for that week. I know there was lots of you. Oh yeah, you get the focal emojis. That reminds me, I need to upload the new focal emojis from that Elise stream. Oh, let me see if I can do it now. Honestly, these emojis are absolutely unreal. I might not be able to do it now. I think it might have to be... Ah, that's annoying. The emojis are so good. You know that from that Elise stream? The stream where I accidentally benched Elise, forgot to save it, and then saved it seconds before the deadline. Where's the music? Is the music not coming through? Can you guys hear the music? I've just cracked open Photoshop. I'm going to try and quickly set the right dimensions on these and upload them. So I think it was those 3. Trust me, it'll be worth it. I've added them on Discord, but I forgot to do it here. Camera size 438. Alright, there's one. So then we go to customization. No. Customize default perks, is it? Yeah, emojis. Add emoji. Select image. Focal 1. Save and publish. There we go. Did that work? Or does it have to be reviewed before they accept it? Let me refresh and test it out. Yeah, there we go. Can you guys see that? That's the first one. These are like all things I did during the stream. And I didn't realise how memeable they were, but that's the first one. Second one. If you remember, use them in the chat. I'm uploading the second one right now. The next one's even better. Customize default perks. Add emoji. I don't know what to call them. They're just called Focal 1, Focal 2, Focal 3. The second one's up. Yes! Alright. We'll get straight back to the FPL after this. I think the second one's up. Did it save? And then, what was the other one? That one. This one's called Down Bad. I feel like it needs a better name. Maybe that's quite fitting. Down Bad. Emojis. There we go. Did that work? I can see 2 of them. One's not appeared, I think. Which one's missing? Anyway, I'll come back to it. Anyway, you get access to the emojis as well, so there's some good ones. Yeah, I was trying to imitate Neil, I guess, without realising there. Neil Warnock, what a legend. The Elise panic moment. Honestly, my heart like never raced so much. And the worst part was I had to wait until the game updated, so it was like a 45-minute wait, not knowing if Elise had saved. And then like Elise went on to haul that week, didn't he? He got like 14 points. And then it didn't even matter because Haaland didn't play or whatever happened that week. As H with the 10 gifted memberships, holy! If you got a membership there, make sure you spam the focal emojis in the chat. Thanks very much for that. Yeah, we'll do the news roundup again in a sec. So Flames got one, Lorenzo got one, Trifunk, Bro, Serya, David, YT, or YouTube, Nicola, Valences, Diego, Remy. If you got one of those, make sure you thank Az. Thanks very much for that, Az. Yep, Jonathan says, Captain Foden, how sure are we that he starts? I think he starts, yeah. It was just illness, reportedly. I doubt that's going to wipe him out the whole week. He's been seen in training already, earlier in the week, so I imagine he starts. I don't think I'd captain him, though. I think Haaland and Palmer are better captains. Can you not hear the music? Can you not hear that? Is that not coming through? Let me unmute the stream. 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 Oh, it's just echo. Let me unmute the stream. Let me unmute the stream. Okay. I don't know why it's not coming through. Oh, it's fine. Alright. Alex Scott with a guitar emoji. How we doing, Alex? Let me unmute the stream. You can hear it. Okay. Let me unmute the stream. I should have said welcome back for another video and stuck that on repeat. Right, so the poll was how many double Gameweek players will they have in the 37th? 33% are going to have 7 to 10. 22% 11 or 12, 31% 13 to 14, 15% are going to have a full 15 of doublers. Interesting. just unmute the stream. Jago using the emojis perfectly there. It's really low. Okay, I'll turn it up a bit. It's really loud in my earphones, but anyway. Very loud now. Adam, thanks for the super chat. Adam Ashton, he says he's got Alvarez, Haaland, and KDB. I also have a triple up on Chelsea, Newcastle. Should I transfer Alvarez out? So you've got Isak already. Is that what you're saying? Although, tell me if this music's too loud because it's absolutely belting in my ear right now. You've got Jackson and Isak already. Is that what you're saying? How's that? No. You've got triple Chelsea and Newcastle. So one of those isn't Jackson or Isak then. Because you've got Alvarez, Haaland, and then you've got one of Jackson or Isak. So yeah, in a nutshell, I would sell Alvarez if it was me for one of those. I'd sell him for Jackson or Isak. You can hardly hear it. I swear, if I turn this any louder, I'm going to be completely deaf by next stream. Az says, Oscar, you're the best. Thanks very much, Az. Thanks for the gifted membership as well. You're hearing it from my earpods. Is that seriously how it's coming through right now? What? You could hear it this whole time. It sounds fine. That was too loud, if anything. I'm turning it down a bit. Because otherwise, I think I'm shouting. Am I shouting? I'll turn it down a bit. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, Adam, if I had Alvarez, I'd sell him for whichever of Isak. But you already tripled up. Okay, sorry. Let me actually think about this question now. Sorry, the music was so loud, like it was overwhelming me. So you can't just sell them for Isak or Jackson because you're already tripled up. I don't know if it's worth it this week. Unless you had 2 free transfers and like, you know, one of them was like Lascelles, for example, who's just not going to play for the rest of the season. But otherwise, I don't know if it's worth it. I'd only do it if you got 2 free transfers and if one of them is worth replacing. Because like you don't sell someone like Burn or Gordon. You can make the case for doing something like Alvarez and Cher to Vardiol and Isak, something like that. Or Jackson and Vardiol, that sort of thing. It's hard to know though without knowing who you've got, Adam. Kangai says share to Chalobah, Burn or Vardiol. Out of those 3, I'd say Vardiol. In terms of best share replacements, I'd say Vardiol. I think an Arsenal defender's fine. You can't go wrong with Gabriel or White or Saliba. Burn probably would be last on the list, but he's still not bad. Is that another 10 gifted memberships? Holy. Don't forget to spam the focal emojis. Oh, there we go. All 3 are there now. If you remember, drop the new emojis in the chat. Thanks so much for that, Az. Who did those go to? Michael, Sammy, Virtual, Nat Dewan, Pokemi, Omar Zain, FPL Lewis, Alex Scott, CO Fam. All got one. Congratulations, guys, if you got one. Oh, we need to do predictions before I forget. Let's get our predictions in. We're on fire recently. Luton v Everton. Scoreline predictions. What are we saying? Luton v Everton. Who takes this one? Is there any point holding on to Cher? Not really. I think he has to be a sell. I mean, there's conflicting quotes. Like, Hal said he's probably out for the season, but then Cher said there's a chance he will play this season. But I just would be surprised if he's back before 37, so I'd sell him. 1-0 Everton, 2-1 Luton, 2-1 Luton. Eze is legit. Yeah, Eze's fine. He'll be in the squad. That's what Glasner said. 1-0. 2-1 Everton. We're getting mixed predictions in this one. I think we'll go 1-0. Arsenal v Bournemouth. I'm going to the game. I'm going to be at the game. What are we saying? Arsenal v Bournemouth. Scoreline predictions. Remember to include the team as well, so I know which one you're guessing about. Arsenal v Bournemouth. What are we saying? 3-0 to the Arsenal. 3-0. Anything higher or lower? 3-1. Yeah, people are saying 3-0. I think we'll stick with that. Brentford v Fulham. Brentford versus Fulham. Yeah, 3-0 seems to be the consensus there. Brentford against Fulham. What are we saying? KDB or Gordon? KDB. 2-1 to Brentford. 1-0. 1-0. Not 12-1. 1-0. 4-2. 0-0. 2-0. Yeah, I think 1-0. People are going 1-0. We'll stick with 1-0. Burnley versus Newcastle. Can Burn keep a clean sheet in a back line of... What would it be? Hull, Burn, Kraft and Livramento. Who cares about that game? I know, but we have to do all of them. Because you get green or red arrows based on how accurate you are. So we've got to smash through all of these. Burnley versus Newcastle. What are we saying? 2-1? 4-1 Newcastle. You reckon it'd be that comfortable? Two 0 4-0? Yeah, I think 2's more realistic. And I think they probably score, if I'm honest. As a Burn owner. Sheffield United versus Forest. This is Super Brew. Next season I'm going to organise it properly so everyone can compete in the league together. This was kind of like a tester season where it was only promoted on Discord. There's still quite a few in here, like a few hundred that play. But next season it'll be a lot bigger. And we play every week on stream. It's good to get a feel of what the scorelines might be as well for each game. I don't think Sheffield United scored 2. I don't think they even score. You reckon 2-1? Everyone's saying they score at least 1. Most people. Alright, we'll go 2-1. City versus Wolves. Is there any chance in hell City drop points for Arsenal this game week? Home to Wolves. I mean, it's been, what, 7 games since Wolves last won a game? 3-0 City. 4-0. 4-0. 5-0. Flame says no. FPL Lewis says no chance. Flame says nope. 5-0 statement win. Yeah, I feel like 4 maybe is right. Brighton against Villa. Brighton v Villa. What are we saying? I think Villa win this one. By a couple of goals. 4-0, 4-2, 3-2. 3-2? I think actually that could be about right. Flame says a close one, 3-2 Villa. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Chelsea versus West Ham. Free 3-0 to Chelsea. 4-2. I mean, Chelsea games are pretty unpredictable and high scoring. Like, I wouldn't be at all surprised. What are we saying? Chelsea v West Ham. 2-1 Chelsea. I think that's more like it. I think I agree with that. 2-all. I think that's about right. Liverpool against Tottenham. Liverpool v Tottenham. What do you reckon? Klopp's second last ever home game. 2-all. 3-2 to Spurs. Hang on, am I missing a trick benching Son here? 2-all draw, 2-all draw, 3-all. Are you serious? 3-2, a classic. Don't say that. I've got Son on my bench. 3-all. Must be a Spurs supporter. I thought... Yeah, okay. I'm surprised by all the guesses that think it's going to be so close. Alright, well, we'll go with what you're saying. 3-2. Yeah, it depends on Van Dijk, I suppose, and we just don't know. Last one. Palace against Man United. Liverpool defence is woeful, mate. Son is going to love it. Stop it. Don't say all this now when I've got Son first on my bench. Imagine if Son smashes it, despair, and then Bruno's not in the squad and he comes on anyway. What are we saying? 1-0? 4-1? 3-2? 2-all? I don't see a clean sheet either for either team. 2-1? 3-all? You reckon 2-all? I think we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Thanks for all your guesses. We'll see how we got on next week. Back to the stream. Alright, keep your questions coming. Thanks again, Az, for the 20 gifted memberships. Very, very generous of you. Thanks for that. I'll raise an ale to you, mate. Thank you, Az. If anyone else is having a drink at home or a water, raise your drink to Az. Absolute legend. Buy Burn for double or go Bramthwaite. I think I'd rather Burn than Bramthwaite. Very close though. Is there any leaks? I don't think we're going to get any because we've got a Friday deadline and it's no no offense if you're an Everton or a Luton fan, but it's a pretty dead game tonight, isn't it? No leaks. So yeah, I don't think we'll get much, if anything. Didn't that beer go warm? It's getting there. It's still quite cold. It's cold to the touch, so not quite. Son's on pens though. He is, but like, who do I bench? It's for me, it's Bruno or Jackson. So either way, I'm benching a penalty taker. Reaper says, "What's the transfer plans?" I'm going to roll this week. I'm rolling the transfer, and then I'll make a decision in Gameweek 37. It's a massive game. It is. I don't know if I want to bench Jackson though. Home to West Ham. Thoughts on Man United's home shirt? I haven't seen it. Is it bad? Thoughts on Man United's home shirt? I haven't. Oh, my stream froze and then I pressed play and thoughts on Man United. Oh, it's horrible when you hear your own voice. Do I sound like that? League One playoffs instead. Sun versus Munoz. Yeah, I mean that's. I think I'd start Sun Flames surely over Munoz. Brentford defence has been really good recently. Bench Gordon. It's really tough. They've all got their pros and cons. You could make a case for benching any of them. Like Gordon, bad record away. Bruno, he's flagged. Away game. Son, he's on pens, as is Bruno, but he's away at Anfield. Like Jackson is Jackson. I think Son just about makes the most sense based on what I've seen of Spurs and Son recently. I'm trying to remember the stat I used in was it today's experts video or yesterday's, and Son's like 90th for non-penalty XG over the last 4 game weeks. 90th, and it was players like Bentancur, like McNeil, Rice that are like just in front of him. Like that's how low his non-penalty XG is over the last 4. By the way, in case anyone didn't know, on the fpl page, my website, there is a widget for expected data. There's loads in here, so you can enter like your ID, hit go, boom, there's your live rank. Stuff like bonus points, top 10k, effective ownership, captaincy. You can't actually see it because it's behind the widgets, but expected data. So you can filter it by position, so you can go like midfielders, last 4 game weeks. And obviously Son's nowhere to be seen on this list because, as I was saying, his XG is very low, and non-penalty XG. He did have a penalty. There's stuff like top transfers, benched is like, oh yeah, I forgot to tweet about the lowest score of the game week. Damn it. The lowest score was 30 points. Oh, that's brutal. They're in Raptors League. Don't tell Ross they're in his league. He scored 30 points, which took them from 2.6k to 17k. I feel so bad for them. That's like, it's oh yeah, fpl page. I'll put the link in the chat. Oh, it didn't work. There you go. That work? No. Yeah, that's the link for it. Yeah, 30 points they got. So that was the lowest score in the top 10k last week. It's great, thanks for making it. Yeah, I'm really proud of it. Andre, who's a member, he was here earlier. He's the guy that made it with me. I did all the design work, and then he did like the coding side of it. So, yeah, it's a good joint effort, the website. It's not even a bad team, I know, that's brutal. Jago says, in the middle of moving house, but I'd never miss a deadline stream. Yeah, I mean, even in that scenario, I think you'd still set an alarm on your phone or something, wouldn't you? Focal merch at some point. You know what? It's actually available now. I just never plug it because it feels like a bit of a sellout thing, but I think in the description, like, or is it on my channel? When you go on my channel, I'm pretty sure there's like a store tab. And there's just a few things like shirts and jumpers. My typing speed, I type something like, I think it's about 100 words a minute. I did a typing test on a stream before and it was absolute chaos, but I'm pretty sure I got about 100 words per minute. Start Porro or Dallo? I'd start Dallo over Porro, if that was me. There's no way Porro gets a clean sheet. I mean, Dallo probably doesn't either, but I'd rather start Dallo. I think I'm behind on Super Chats. Anselm says, just saying, what's up? Top 5k, let's go. Well, fair play, Anselm. Top 5k. Absolutely smashing it, mate. Don't let it slip now, mate. You've got 3 weeks to stay there. I mean, if you're 5k, you must be fairly comfortably inside it. Good position, mate. Smashing it. Well played. As says, 1.6k watching, only 381 likes. Press that like, please. You got loads of like on the super chat, but I'm guessing you meant on the stream. I haven't even liked it myself. I've liked the stream now. If you guys have enjoyed the stream so far, or if you're enjoying it, then drop a like on the stream. Appreciate it. Don't know if I can read that one from Ibrahim, but that's a proper rage message. And I do sympathise. That is brutal. The thing about FPL is it's a very unforgiving game. You know, like games you play on your PC, your Xbox, your PlayStation, they're often designed to... I don't know how to word what I'm trying to say, but like if it's going bad, they'll try and pull you back in. You know, like Mario Kart, if you're in last place, you get a bullet or you get a golden mushroom and it shoots you back to first place. FPL doesn't have anything like that. It's a really unforgiving game. Like, there's people right have wildcarded a week ago and they've got Aït-Nouri, Cher, Van Heck, other people like injured straight away, and it's just such an unforgiving game. Like, I think FPL's got a lot of highs and a lot of lows, and yeah, you can get very unlucky with stuff like that. And your rank slips. When you're down, you're down. But then you can't beat a week where you have a massive game week. Blue shell chip for FPL, that would be excellent. You know what? The way they could do that is the chip doubles the points from your highest scoring player in your team. What about that for a chip for 1 week? 24k will. Day 102 of calling Focal Spexy Geezer. Yeah, if they had a chip where you activate it and whoever scores the most points in your team that week gets double. Or is that a bit too easy? Is that a bad idea for a chip? But that'd be interesting. It would massively reduce the variance on captaincy, though. I don't know if they would do that. If anyone can make that happen, Focal, you can. I don't think I've got any influence. When FPL Challenge came out, they asked me for ideas, and I sent them loads, but I don't know if they've done any of them so far. They've done similar ones to what I suggested, though. Like I said, do a park the bus one where your defence scores double, and they did strikers score double. Focal for Prime Minister. Some of the World Cup chips were nice. I can't even remember those now. I mean, is anyone playing Euros Fantasy? We've only got 3 more game weeks of talking about FPL, and then are you guys taking the summer off, or are you going to play Euros Fantasy? Can I be gaslit into liking? You can, Jerry. If you don't like, then you're going to get a red arrow this week. That's a word of warning to everyone watching. The FPL gods see everything, and they see who watches a stream and doesn't like or subscribe. How about that? Depends if you believe in all that. Like when I'm flicking through TikTok, there'll be ones that say you have to reuse this sound or something bad happens to you tomorrow. I just think whatever, flick. Not bothered about that. Limitless rather than free hit. That would be good. No, I'm not going to stream the Euros. I've got quite a busy summer. I've just got Glastonbury tickets, so I'm going to be at that. I'm going to record a vlog though. I've got a secret second channel. I don't know if anyone knows about it. I went last year and I made a vlog on a brand new channel, and I posted the vlog and it's gone about 10,000 views on a brand new channel that I didn't actively like promote anywhere from my Focal account, which is quite surprising. Focal Extra. I don't know if anyone knows about the channel, but it's only got one video, but I'll do another one. Thanks, Diego. Wear an Irish jersey for Gameweek 38. Spread the love. Julio, thanks for the super chat, or 2 super chats. He says, start 2 out of Eze, Son and Bruno. I think I'd start Eze and Bruno. It's difficult to answer because we don't have a definitive update on Bruno, and it sounds like they're probably going to assess him over the next couple of days because they play on Monday, obviously. I just think on current form, recent points, it's asking for trouble to bench him. So it's Eze versus Son. And logically speaking, Man United are worse in the league for expected goals conceded over the last 6. I'm pulling out this stat too much now, but I think it's testament that you have to play Eze against Man United. They've got so many players out, like a bare bones backline. I just think there's goals in that game. Whereas Son away Anfield, it's like Klopp's second last game. They're trying to finish the season with their head held high. Chat's frozen. I'll fix it. Thanks for the nudge. There we go. Clean sheet odds. Those are the clean sheet odds for Gameweek 36. Abdullah says, I have Saliba, Reguilon, Zabarnyi, Gusto, Udogie. Any suggestions? Depends how much money you've got in the bank. Udogie's out for the season, so you could buy someone like Vardiol, who's home to Wolves this week, has a double in 37, has a decent game in 38. I would look to prioritise that because they're not going to play this season, full stop. So, yeah, Udogie to Vardiol. Yeah, you have to make a defender transfer. Saliba and Reguilon are fine to start. Zabarnyi don't want to play. Gusto's a doubt, so that's what I would do. Udogie to Vardiol. Yeah, sell Udogie. He's the one that's out. And then just hope that Gusto's back for next game week. Son or Solanke? Son. Share to Trent or Roll? I think Trent's okay. I think I'd actually rather White from Arsenal or Gabriel, but I don't mind Trent at all. Yeah, I think I'd probably do that. I don't think Share's going to be involved until Game Week 38 or maybe the second game in 37. Yeah, Burns a fine replacement. I think Vardiol's good. Arsenal defender's good. Who's more likely to play before the end of the season, Cher or Gusto? I would say Gusto. I think there's a good chance. I mean, there was that tweet where someone had spoke to Gusto and he seemed to think he'd be back for West Ham. Which it could be true, actually. Like, the update we had was this. Like, there was some stuff about Colwyn and Kunku who should return for West Ham, but there was nothing on Gusto. Like, no one asked him about Gusto, so for all we know, like, he's available. There was no update on Gusto, so he could be back. FPL Addict says, yes, Focal, happy Friday, mate. You too, FPL Addict. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you had a good week. Start Son or Jackson? I've got both, and I've started Jackson. Alex ND says, I need your blessing. Captain in Cole Palmer. Chasing mode, pretty intense. You have my blessing, Alex. Cole Palmer will come good. Bank holiday ahead. Oh yeah, it's a bank holiday, isn't it? Can you show expected points again? Yep. And for those asking about the captain poll, we'll stick another one up right now. So we're going to go Haaland, Palmer, Saka. Or do we go Isak? I think we go Isak. I think he's, yeah. If you vote other, message in chat, who's your other? So Haaland's top on the projections, then Saka, Salah, Palmer, Foden, De Bruyne, Odegaard, Havertz, Wood and Gibbs way up there if you need a 1 week punt before benching them, if you don't have a bench boost. Foden for Chris. XP sucks, says John. Thought you might say that, John. KDB, Havertz captain. Havertz, Foden. Do you have expected points for defenders for the final 3 game weeks? I don't have a screenshot I can show, but for the totals, Pedro Porro's top, 13.8. Then Vardiol, then Gabriel. Vardiol and Gabriel actually tied on 13, which again is what I was saying earlier about. I think an Arsenal defender is fine to buy, especially with triple up on City. I think it's fine if you need to sell Share. You know, Share and Gabriel about the same price. Saliba, White, Burns up there. Romero. Watkins captain. Yeah, good shout. Trifunk says, have you made an FPL challenge team yet? Yeah, I did. They actually asked me to write an article about this week's challenge, so I had to make a team for that. I can very quickly show you it. It's double points. No, what is it? 2 points for every shot. I actually might have a problem with Ortega and goal there. I've got 0.1 mil in the bank. Well, yeah. When do City play? I'm just thinking maybe. Yeah, I might actually transfer out like that. Budget exceeded, and then I get rid of Reguilon for 3.8 mil. That works. I have a really weak bench, but it does work. Bulldog. There we go. Just because I'm not sure if Edison plays now, and Sells plays before, so I can't afford to wait to see if Ortega starts or Edison starts. But yeah, that's my team. You get 2 points for every shot taken. 5:30 tomorrow it is. Okay. Foden captain for qualities. Very nice. Is Share not playing? No. This was the update. It sounds like he might play later in the season, but might not. Eddie Howe said Share's season's likely over due to a hamstring issue. But then Share spoke to the Swiss media, and he said, in my opinion, it's not that bad, and I fully expect to still play for Newcastle this season. So just absolute lies from Howe as always. And he said, accordingly, I've got no worries when it comes to the Euros in the summer. But yeah, we're trying to read between the lines. We don't know how long he's out for, when he could be back. I think he has to be a sell, because he could be back for the Man United game, and that means it's just a single game week, and then it's Brentford away in 38. So I think it makes sense to sell, but it's difficult when you don't have complete information. You know, if, for example, they said he's out this week, back next, then that's fine because we've got complete info. If they said he's back for Man United, again, that's good enough because we know he's only going to have a single in the double. But yeah, you have to try and interpret and read between the lines, which isn't easy. Wazza says, Dubravka, Gabriel, White, Munoz, Eze, Son, Gordon, Palmer, Saka, Haaland, Isak. Are you moving Eze out to Foden or De Bruyne? Who would you pick? You could suggest another move. I mean, if money's no obstacle, I think you'd probably just go KDB. I mean, they're both like, it could go either way, but I think KDB. I think the way I would do it, if you're happy enough with your rank, you go Foden because he's the popular pick. If you're chasing, go KDB. Because yeah, I mean, Foden's 39% owned. What's KDB's ownership? Has anyone got him? Let us know in chat. What's KDB's ownership? I think you go accordingly based on that. I don't know if there's another move I would make. Haaland, Isak's great. Yeah, I think Eze to KDB is a nice move this week. But is it better than getting rid of Munoz, who's playing against Man United? It's more upside, that's for sure. Yeah, I'd get KDB unless you're playing conservatively. 18%. Yeah, so he's less than half the ownership. 7.8%. Is that his EO? So even lower. 18% overall. Okay. Yeah, I'd go accordingly based on that. I think you got it right there. I think you got it right with that move to buy Foden or KDB. Son versus Jackson. Yeah, I mean, we've been deliberating this all stream, and it's really hard this week. Gordon, Jackson, Bruno, Son. Like, who do you bench? I've landed on Son bench because the Spurs have looked bad. Son's looked off it. They're just, as a team, they look low on confidence. They don't look like the same Spurs from early in the season. You know, if this was the Spurs team that we saw in the first half of the season, I'd absolutely be starting Son. But I think right now, it just about makes sense to take the chance on benching Son. Do a poll. We did do 2 polls in it. We've got a captain poll up, so we'll leave that up for the minute. Why do you skip the complete guide video? Yeah, maybe I should bring it back. I just wasn't sure this late in the season whether it would have that much value, but I definitely do plan to do them again. Whether it will be next week or from Gameweek 1 next season. Son penning coming. Well, it's possible. It's possible. That's the risk of penalty takers. Like, Son, pretty lucky to come away with a goal in this double game week, really. Not much between him and Palmer because of the penalty. Is Gusto injured? Well, he missed the double through injury, and no one asked Pochettino, it seems, about Gusto in the press conference. So we don't actually know if he's back. That was the update. So Colwell and Nkunku could be back for the West Ham game on the bench. James, Sanchez, Sterling partially training. Nothing on Gusto. And then the Palace news. José and Guehi are both fit and they will be in the squad for Gameweek 36. Arsenal news. No news is good news. Everyone's fit and available. Can't wait for this one. I'm going to be at the game tomorrow. So I'm going to be up early for that one. And I'm meeting a few people. I don't know if anyone here uses Reddit, but I'm a moderator on the Arsenal subreddit. And I have been for like about 8 years now. And I've never met the other guys that run the subreddit as well. But I'm meeting a few of them for the first time tomorrow. So that's going to be cool. I'm going to go pub with them and then watch the game. Foden and Diaz are back after their illness. And Edison's back in training and he feels good after the shoulder concern. And then Van Dijk is a doubt for Gameweek 36 according to Klopp. He's not trained. They're hoping he's going to partially train today. North Bank Guna, I'll be there, Focal. I'll look out for you. I don't know what you look like. I don't know why I said that. Never meet Redditors in real life. Why not? They seem like sound guys. No, I think we'll all get along. We're in a group chat, so like we talk all the time. Connor says share to Diaz, Eze to Foden for a -4. Haaland or Isak captain. Yeah, I like those moves. I'd rather buy Vardio over Diaz, unless you've already got Diaz. In which case, I'd still rather buy Walker. I think Diaz is good, though. If it was truly just illness, then perhaps he's back in line for a start in all remaining games. But yeah, good moves, Connor. Worth the -4. Haaland or Isak captain. I've got Haaland captain, Palmer vice. Oscar says, Porro or Branthwaite to start. I would start Branthwaite. I think Porro's ceiling is very, very low this week. There's always a chance of an attacking return. I think he may have got something against Liverpool in the reverse fixture. He got an assist, 7-pointer, but I'd say away at Anfield, his ceiling's low. I would start Branthwaite, 100%. FPL 1 says, hi Oscar, Davies out for who? He's got 4.6 mil. He's thinking one of Branthwaite, Emerson Royale, Doughty or Van der Ven. Yeah, it's between Branthwaite and Van der Ven. And do you have to start them this week, FPL 1? I'm guessing not, because you wouldn't have bought Davies with a plan to start on him, would you? It's Branthwaite or Van der Ven. I think Van der Ven. Just about, with the extra fixture. Because you can bench him this week, so it doesn't matter that he's away at Liverpool. If you need to start, then Branthwaite. Otherwise, Van der Ven. You could start him or Maguire. So Branthwaite or Maguire. Yeah, I'd buy Branthwaite and start him over Maguire. I'd do that. Jay says, hello Oscar, what's the secret channel called? The thing is, I was really surprised how much it grew by itself in terms of the views without me promoting it anywhere. But I'm happy to tell you all if you want to know. There's only one video on the channel, but it's got like 10,000 views. If you want to know what the channel is, I'm happy to share. But then it's no longer a secret. Thanks for the super chat. 40 points off top of the mini league. Do I need to captain different to Haaland? 40 points. I think to close a 40-point gap, you probably do, yeah. Probably do. These are the projected points for this game week. To maybe help with inspiration. Yeah. I mean, you never know who they're going to captain, though, because you could go Palmer. I think he's the next best option. But you never know. Like, they could captain Palmer. That's the risk. And then you might kick yourself for not going Haaland. But I think 40 points, you have to go differential. But, you know, it does depend on chips available, how you're looking, how they're looking. You know, if they've got a bad team and no chips left, whereas you're really well set up and you've got a bench boost for 37, then you could make up 40 points in one really good week. But yeah, I think for 40 points you have to. Shout out to Ollie Humphreys, listening in his car on the way home from work. About to have his second kid and he's stressed about the FPL mini league we're in. Good luck with the second kid, Ollie, and I hope you're enjoying the drive home. And good luck in the mini league as well. News on Van Heck. We've not had anything official on Van Heck. He's apparently out for the season, but it's just rumours. It was in the Dutch press or Dutch media. Who's more likely to return out of Van Heck and Cher? I think Cher, but it could honestly be the last game week or second last game, the second game of the double. Is not but having Edison a big deal? Not a big deal at all. Like, he always finds a way to troll you, Edison. Always. Start Bruno or Jackson, says Jude Brawl Stars. Start Bruno or Jackson? I think I'd rather start Bruno. And just hope that he's fine. I mean, it sounds like there is a chance Bruno just doesn't even make the squad with these injuries, but I'd say Bruno. I don't think you can bench Bruno on current form. Saka or Haaland? I prefer Haaland. I think Saka's a good captain, though. Saka's the sort of player I'd captain if I was really chasing. Wildcard must-haves. Haaland, Isak, Jackson, one of Foden or De Bruyne, Palmer, Gordon. Not many other than that. I think that's pretty much it. And then one City defensive coverage if you don't have Foden, De Bruyne, Haaland. So whether that's Edison or Vardiol. So on our captain poll, 64% Haaland, 15% Palmer, 10% Isak, and 11% other. There we go. Isn't Cher injured? Yeah, Howe said he's likely out for the season, but then Cher spoke to the Swiss media and he said he thinks he'll play before the season's over. But we haven't had anything clearer than that. Like, it could be Gameweek 38, which is obviously no use to us. KL's on captain Foden. Yeah, I think Foden's a good shout. I think De Bruyne, Foden, good options. They weren't in the poll. Saka wasn't in the poll. I think he's a good option. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave my team as it is. I'm going to roll the transfer, so it'll be Son on the bench. And yeah, I just have to hope that Spurs don't show up away at Liverpool. Edison to Anana. Absolutely not. Honestly, I'd rather just start Edison and take the chance Petrovic comes on. Like, if Edison's a doubt next week, I'll probably do it because I've already got triple Spurs. But Edison's in training. Apparently he feels fine, so I think there's a good chance he starts this one. Nah, no early team news. I mean, tonight's game, what is it? Luton v Everton. So, because of tonight's game, it's, you know, a long time till tomorrow's games. So, I don't think we'll get any leaks or team news for those that are wondering about any early team news. I'll keep checking. Oh yeah, I sent a message earlier about Van Dijk. Not had a reply, so yeah, that's unfortunate. We've got 3 minutes till deadline anyway, haven't we? So final reminder, make sure your captain's sorted, your bench in the right order. Let me check mine saved as well. It has. My bench boost isn't active, that's good as well. You're 157 points ahead in your mini league, and the only one who's got Haaland, captain for Palmer or Haaland. You're the only one who's got Haaland. I'd captain Haaland. I mean, I think Haaland and Palmer are close this week, but I think Haaland's just about the best captain. Home to Wolves. Who should I go in Sheffield? Need an answer quick. Vardiel, Burn, Gabriel, White. Depends what you can afford. One of those. I think Vardiel's probably the best pick. Good to see the new focal emojis used as well. Why have you benched Son? Well, it's difficult, isn't it, this week? Like, who would you bench? Bruno, maybe? Gordon? Jackson? Son's away at Liverpool. Do I start Ortega or Petrovic? Start Ortega, just in case. And if Ortega doesn't play, Petrovic comes off your bench for you. Bench boost next game. Yeah, I'm going to bench boost in 37. Yeah, I'm going to take the chance. I mean, with Bruno, he's probably starts or he's not in the squad. I don't think... Could be famous last words, but I don't think there'll be an in-between. I don't know if he'll make the bench and come on for a cameo, so... Son on the bench. Ali's captain in Wood. Good luck with the Wood captaincy. Love that. Good left field captaincy, that. Wood against Sheffield United. Rico Lewis or Van Dijk. I'd go Van Dijk. Mark Corton, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thanks for that, Mark. Appreciate your support. Thanks for all the gifted memberships this stream, everyone. Ali as well, and everyone else who became a member or gifted one. Guy, Ali, Rani, White Shark, Olabaju, Alex. Oh, Alex is already a member. Thanks for your support, Mark. Appreciate that. Pickford or Petrovic? Petrovic. He's that captain for Injustice. Very nice. Oh, I forgot to tweet my team, didn't I? Let's do that. If anyone's not following me on Twitter, I am at fplfocal. Gameweek 36. Rolled the transfer. That's it. That's me. And that is the deadline. Thank you all for tuning into this stream. Before you all vanish, don't forget to drop a like on the stream for good luck and a green arrow. And make sure you're subscribed as well. Good to see FPL Bateman here as well. Phil Wright. How are we doing, Phil? Good to see you, mate. He says locked. That's it. We're locked in. So, as I said earlier, next weekend I'm at a stag do, annoyingly. Or not annoyingly. It's going to be fun. But I'm not going to be able to stream. So, I'll be back for Gameweek 38 for the final stream of the season. What's the other channel? The other channel was called Oscar on Video. There you go, I've leaked it. I'll be doing another vlog on that channel this summer. I never advertised it and somehow it got 10,000 views. On a brand new channel with no subscribers. Don't know how that works, but there you go. The YouTube algorithm must have liked it. So yeah. I'll still tweet my team or whatever next weekend, but yeah, I'll be in Barcelona, so... I'll see you all in Gameweek 38 for the final stream of the season. So, yeah, that's it for me. Thank you all for tuning into the stream. As always, I appreciate your support. Focal for President, says JT. Put a link out. What, to the second channel? The thing is, if I link it, people aren't going to watch much of it, and then it's going to kill the view time, I reckon. What's it called? Oscar on video. I don't know how to even find it. It's not coming up in search. Maybe that's a good thing. Oh, I've gone up a subscriber. Was that one of you? I'm on 33 now. You're watching it already? Look at the comments on it. People are like, is that FPL Focal? The comments are so funny. Quite a few people were like, mate, is this the FPL Focal guy? And I actually got recognised at Glasgow as well by someone that subscribed to me. So that was pretty surreal. But annoyingly, it happened when I was on my way to meet mates. So when I told them, they were like, yeah, right. But like, I swear to God, it happened. Anyway, story time over. Thanks all for tuning into the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. As I say, I won't be around next weekend, but I'll see you the weekend after for the final game week of the season. Thanks very much, everyone. Focal out.